What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy, Big Metroid Fan 12, coming to you with another video game review. And this time I'm reviewing the game Double Dragon 3, the arcade game, which was released on the Game Boy by Acclaim and Sales Curve in the Active. I'm guessing this is supposed to be the handheld version of Double Dragon 3, the Sacred Stones, which is a port of the arcade version of Double Dragon 3. Rosetta Stone, and the plot is that for some reason Marion mysteriously disappeared, and the Lee brothers asked for the assistance of a psychic to help find her because the guy who know what happened to Marion pretty much died at some point. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much this game has 5 stages in it. You know what I'm saying? I would say this is like really consistent with somewhat with the Double Dragon games because I remember the first one had 4 stages in that, you know what I'm saying, but the second one on the NES had pretty much more stages than that. Now, the stages in this particular game pretty much consist of the United States, Africa, Japan, Italy, and Egypt. You know what I'm saying? And the bosses in this game are biker, a Bruce Lee look-alike. You know what I'm saying? A Lance Knight. You know, and Cleopatra. My only question is, why would Acclaim have Cleopatra as a boss in a Double Dragon game? To me, it's a honest head scratcher in my opinion. Because one person I wouldn't like put in the game is like Cleopatra in a like a Double Dragon game. You know what I'm saying? I will put her in a game that's had nothing to do with any game like Double Dragon, Final Fight, or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Now you can use kicks, punches, jump kicks, jump kick. It's not a it's really called a kick jump kick combo. You know what I'm saying? You do a jump kick off the wall. You can do a hurricane kick and some special moves. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as the special moves, you pretty much you can use them, but once you complete a stage or die, you pretty much lose the you pretty much lose the special move. It kind of reminds me of Predator, which is a dumb programming move in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? You can buy weapons, but they're mainly like nunchucks and sword. You know what I'm saying? And you can pretty much buy them in the first 3 stages. You get the sword in the first and third stage, while in the second stage you buy the nunchucks. You know what I'm saying? You can also buy tricks and health also. You know what I'm saying? And I would say both of them will help throughout the course of the game, but not much. You know what I'm saying? And the reason behind it is that Double Dragon 3 is pretty much the hardest game in the Double Dragon franchise. It's even harder than Double Dragon 2, the Sacred Stone on the NES. And that's saying a lot because Double Dragon 3, the Sacred Stone on the NES, is a pretty tough game. And the main reason behind that game being hard is because you just got one life. And you got like, I guess 7, you can get like 7 lives in this particular game and still come off as hard. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why they felt the need to make this particular game hard, you know what I'm saying? Now the graphics and level design of this game is just plain ugly, you know what I'm saying? The color palette is just not existing, you know what I'm saying? Just haven't aged well at all. This is the worst looking Double Dragon game that I have seen, you know what I'm saying, when you compare it to the other Double Dragon games in the franchise and stuff like that. The controls and gameplay are just slow, clunky, and and not fun. Plus, the hit detection is just plain awful. It's kind of like for every hit you give, to one of the enemies, they'll hit you like at least 5 times, you know what I'm saying? And the soundtrack is just pretty, to me, seems like the worst aspect of this particular game, you know what I'm saying? Just rake your ears, it pretty much wrecks it, you know what I'm saying? You better off putting it on mute, you know what I'm saying? Now, the biggest flaw, like I mentioned, is the difficulty. It's kind of like it's hard when it had no reason to be, you know what I'm saying? The programmers just did a poor job with the difficulty setting on this one, you know what I'm saying? Even if you put it on easy, it's still hard, you know what I'm saying? This is pretty much the Double Dragon 3, the arcade game for the Game Boy, is pretty much the worst Double Dragon game ever made. You know what I'm saying? I would say skip this game entirely. I would say play the Double Dragon games on the NES, including the one, including Double Dragon 3 on the NES. You know what I'm saying? The Sacred Stones, even though that's harder than a $3 steak. You know what I'm saying? Play play those Double Dragon games. Even play the ones that came out on Super Nintendo. You know what I'm saying? But avoid this one because it's awful and hard. You know what I'm saying? As far as the score is concerned, I definitely give this game, Double Dragon 3, the arcade game, a 2 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? Mainly because it's virtually unplayable due to the difficulty and awful hit detection and all that. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, if you played Double Dragon 3, the arcade game for the Game Boy, and you feel that this is the worst Double Dragon game in the franchise, you can mention it in the comment section. If you feel that there's other flaws that I didn't cover, you can also mention that. Also, you know what I'm saying? If you feel like there's other Double Dragon games that's better than this one, by all means share it. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, if you like this video, don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button. And don't forget to subscribe. This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 signing off.